What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Thursday, September 25th, and yes, I'm back on vacation, but we have something very exciting to share with you in this video. Now, regardless of what you're seeing within the price of dog, this is actually happening within the whole crypto market. Everything is down massively, especially over the past 7 days, and I will prove it to you. But because of that dip that we're seeing in the market, you're seeing smart money, especially whales and sharks, accumulate their favorite assets. This is how smart money works. They buy when there's fear in the market. And we're going to share with you data and proof that there are whales in active wallets that are accumulating millions of dog. Now, also, I want to talk about Gemini exchange because they have just started a campaign where on TikTok, whoever provides the most likes, reposts, comments within their specific posts on X will be featured in TikTok. And also, Arjan Sethi, the co-CEO of Kraken, may be advocating for dog to be listed on Gemini. And make sure to stick around to the very end of the video because I do have something very exciting that I want to share that will be released tomorrow. So with that said, let's go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X, and please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. Okay, so dog right now is down 9.5% over the past 24 hours. You must be wondering, oh my gosh, is this the end of everything? It's not. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason we're seeing the price of dog dip is because look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has dipped over 5% over the past 7 days, over 2.4% over the past 24 hours. This is complete manipulation right here. And also, Ethereum used to be at 4,700. It's 3,900. Everything is dipping. Everything is capitulating. Look at the altcoin index though, which is kind of weird. Right now, the altcoin index is sharing with us that we are still in altcoin season, which is really strange. And when we look at Bitcoin dominance, it's showing us something different, that we're not seeing altcoin season, that we're seeing a renewed interest in Bitcoin dominance. But listen, I want to focus on the meme coin market because right now, look at the meme coin market over the past 7 days. We have Pudgy Penguins down 27%. We have SPX 6900 down 33% over the past 7 days. Farcoin down 37%. Brettcoin down 31% over the past 7 days. Now I'm going to go ahead and fast forward all the way to dog Bitcoin, only down 25% over the past 7 days. So if you think it's just dog Bitcoin that's down over the past 7 days, it's not. There are other coins that are down massively because they also have market makers that manipulate the prices. But dog Bitcoin, what's great about it is that it's completely decentralized, 100% community based. So what is this major sell-off? Well, guess what? Now Gate.io and also BitGet are the two largest brokers that hold dog within their portfolios on behalf of their customers. So I think that mainly this type of sell-off could be happening with those retail investors within those specific exchanges, and mainly whales that you're going to see on the proof of data is sharing with us that they are actually the smart money buying dog right now. Now let's look at this specific report by CryptoQuant. It's very important because what you need to understand is that the transaction volume is returning, as we brought up before. Because the transaction count is returning, that means that runes and ordinals are still very much in play. And why is this activity very important for Bitcoin's network? It's because it incentivizes miners to continue mining the transactions and allowing to have a secured base network within Bitcoin. This is why runes and ordinals actually bring more interest back into the Bitcoin blockchain rather than just people sending and receiving transactions, because that's not enough for miners to stay incentivized, especially after every Bitcoin halving. Now, Wall Street Bets not too long ago typed the ticker dog. That post already has 184,000 views, and today is September 22nd. Now, let's also talk about Kraken. In just a couple weeks from now, we're going to find out what Kraken is going to reward the dog army, because you know that we won the P2 challenge with over $12 million in trading volume in just 1 month. And so we're just like 2 weeks away from that specific date of the Singapore Grand Prix, so we're very excited about that. You may think that dog is just a meme coin, but overall, it's a movement. What we're trying to do and what we are doing successfully is capturing the branding and marketing of how dog is going to reach into the masses while there's a bear market. This is why we build in bear markets. And also, Kraken is going to release Bitcoin meme bundles, which should be coming very, very soon. So they already have the Bitcoin Ethereum duo, crypto blue chips. They also have the major meme coins. They also have inflation hedges, AIX crypto, crypto strategic reserves. I mean, they even have stocks on there. And soon, as you see over here, they're going to have Bitcoin meme coins, which is on the far left corner right over here. So that's coming very soon. Now let's talk about the proof of data of whale wallets that are accumulating. So as you can see here, based on the total amount of sells that we saw over the past 24 hours, it's roughly around 54 million dog tokens. But guess how many buys there were within the top 100 wallets? 169 million dog tokens. So you may think to yourself, oh my gosh, people are selling dog. Well, that's the smaller wallets. What's really happening is that the smaller wallets are selling the ones that are short-term wallet holders, and the long-term wallet holders are actually accumulating. This happens every single time within a meme coin market and a utility token. I've seen this happen with Bonk. I've seen this happen with Solana. It happened with Ethereum. Remember when Ethereum was roughly around $1,400? Well, guess what? Smart money was buying that. And then you saw that Ethereum jumped to around $4,700. So this is exactly happening right now with dog. And it happens over and over. I've seen it happen repeatedly. Even look at BitMax. So BitMax also shared another status. This is probably activity happening on Gate.io. Look at wallet number 30. They accumulated 17 million tokens over the past 24 hours. Number 26, 13 million tokens. Number 5, 12 million tokens. Wallet number 80, 8.3 million tokens, so forth, so on. So as you can see, there is proof that whales and smart money and sharks are buying the dip while the emotional retail sell. And you may think, oh, well, Vincent, then why is this reflective of the price? Why is the price of dog going down? As I mentioned before, the reason dog is going down is because the whole crypto market is going down, and short-term wallet holders of dog are selling because they're scared that things are going to go to zero. And they're trying to maybe switch it to stable coins, or maybe back into Bitcoin, or maybe buying other speculative assets. So this is how it all works. It's trying to shake all the majority out. And this is why the 99% never really make it in crypto, and why the 1% make life-changing gains. This is a great example. T2 blockchain, which is part of the smart money train, just met their goal of 500 million dog tokens for their dog treasury. That's roughly over $1 million of dog. It's a little bit less than that, but guess what? When these 500 million tokens and the price of dog, say for instance, hits around 0.004, which is 400 million market cap, this is literally going to double. It's going to go from $1 million to $2 million that quick. And that's why it's so important to accumulate as much as possible, because you know the life-changing gains is when you can buy these dips at a major discount. Because when there's fear in the market, the sharks tend to hunt when there's blood in the market. Now, before we talk about Gemini, I want to mention this. So basically what Raphael is saying here is that there's no person like Elon Musk around, CEOs that really just kind of support or get involved with tokens. But he's saying that Arjan Sethi from Kraken Exchange. And he said in response to the dog post, goal is to do 5% of Elon. We'll take that as a win. It doesn't just stop there. So check this out. Not too long ago, we see that Kraken, along with Arjan, is working with Tyler Winklevoss and also Gemini to support the Freedom Fund PAC. Now, basically, we want to make sure that crypto is stabilized and has the right support within the United States, making it the crypto capital venture of the world. And so I said to Arjan, let's bring dog to Gemini. And he tagged CC Tyler. Tyler is also the co-founder of Gemini. Now, it doesn't just stop there, because this is the most important part. Because as of today, about 1 hour ago, Gemini just posted a tweet saying, just hit 20,000 on TikTok. The most liked comment decides what our next video is going to be about. So down below, you see that Fabia says, your next video should be about how great dog Bitcoin is and why you will be listing it soon. Gemini says source. So I think that's really important. I definitely would interact with this, but Gemini is paying attention. So notice what I've done over here. So what they said is the most liked comment decides what our next video is going to be about. So this is why it's important to like and interact with this specific post. So I'm telling you right now, if this comment right below gets the most likes, comments, and reposts, Gemini will pretty much spotlight Bitcoin on TikTok. And that means it'll garner the attention of Gemini's team to also list it for spot trading, which is why Arjan Sethi from Kraken is trying to pitch and have Dog and Runes protocol being the leading frontier within the United States. As I mentioned before, I believe Dog and Runes protocol will lead in the United States, both Kraken, Gemini, and Coinbase. Now let's get into charting analysis. What you need to know. Like I said before, shakeouts are not accidents. They are wealth transfers. 99% will exit in fear, while the 1%, which are the sharks, the whales, and the smart money, accumulates quietly. So what you'll notice there is that every single time that we see a major dump, there's followed by a pump. So remember this first initial dump that we saw, which was when the speculation of Runes protocol came out? Well, guess what? We saw a 438% rally right after that. Then we experienced an 81% dip. Guess what happened? Another rally to the upside of 457%, followed by another downtrend of 89%. Then again, like before, there's another rally, 426% increase, and now we're only at this time only experiencing a 64% negative decrease. What do you think is going to happen next? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many times I have to repeat myself. This is just how it happens. Dog is not going to stay down. It's going to go back up. And it's not just dog. I'm talking about the crypto market. Eventually, the crypto market is going to go back up in October for the Q4 altcoin season. There's a reason why everything's dipping right now. You think everything's dipping because people are bearish? No, ladies and gentlemen, that's market maker manipulation. That's just how it works. They're trying to shake everybody out. The retail investors that don't know or understand how to trade within cryptocurrency, they're going to shake those people out. Even established people where you've been here for quite a long time, they're trying to shake you out too, and it's actually working. It's not easy to shake out the 99%. That's why they're doing everything in their power to get you to be so impatient, to be bored, to just have the stamina to be wasted so that you leave crypto. Don't let that happen, because you'll be a part of the 99%. Be a part of the 1% that either holds or buys on these dips. Now let's look into the chart analysis. So you see this green trend line? You see that dog right now is temporarily dipped below this trend line, which is the 200 million market cap. Again, this is a falling wedge, and I've extended it because right now we have another 25 basis point rate cut happening on October 29th. So right now, after this first rate cut, this could be manipulation. Again, typically when we see rate cuts happen, there's a very bullish callus that happens right after that, but it's not happening right now. Don't you think that's manipulation? I absolutely think so. We already have 25 basis point rate cut happening over here in October and on December, and most likely in January as well. So what would make you think that the crypto market is going down even though the entire crypto market is in red? I don't think this is it. I think that this is something that's trying to shake you out of your bags. And as you can see from the rainbow adaptive RSI, like I said before, it looks like it's simulating something over here. We imagine that this is going to look something like this, where there's a breakout to the very upside when there's a very bull market in control, but right now it was actually a fake out. And as I mentioned before, we could see something like this, and it's extended. So we could see this extended all the way up until October, but this to me seems like the massive shakeout that you just don't want to be shaken out of. Now, with that said, I just want to close it off here. So tomorrow, I'm going to be making a video. This video is very important. I want you to rate this video. I want you to like, repost, comment on this video. It's very important. It's a very important video. But the topic of this is also focused within the United States, and I can't tell you what that is. So let's get the raid army ready for this specific post happening tomorrow, and I cannot wait to post that. Now, as always, you know I'm very bullish around dog. As you can tell, this is not hopium. This is just data and statistics. I always remove my emotions when it comes to these specific data points. Remember, I've been here since the very beginning. I've seen the very first capitulation event and the very second capitulation event. As you can see, they went down 80 to even 90%. This recent capitulation event is only down 60%. I've been through this roller coaster ride since the very beginning, and nothing has shaken me out. And you know why? Because I only focus on fundamentals. I don't use my emotions. And even with these two shakeouts, did nothing to me. In fact, I've only seen the dog army grow stronger. So let me know your thoughts down below, how you feel about Gemini, and make sure to interact with that comment that I posted on Gemini. Let's get dog featured on the Gemini TikTok page. Let's get dog listed on Gemini spot trading, because Arjan Sethi from Kraken is supporting in that. So let's give them a reason and showing them how active we actually are. So with that said, let's go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog on the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.